This is Crow and welcome to Promo Look At. These are basically going to be videos of promos that I'm going to be looking at for tabletop gaming. And today's promo that we're going to be looking at is for Dead of Winter, a Crossroads game, and it also can work with Warring Colonies, and it also can work with Long Night. I just don't own the Long Night. So, what promo is it we're looking at today? And this promo is called Lucky Luke Smith. And here is a close-up of it. This promo is actually, here's a little trivia, it's actually based on Ronnie Smith's son. And he actually was wearing these clothes and when he was a kid, and they took a picture and they sent it to Plathead Games, and they basically, and the artist basically made this art for him. And yeah, I guess he's scavenging for items, and there's a Canadian truck back there. But what does this promo do? Alright, so let's get to that. If you guys know how Crossroads cards work, which are these guys right here, you will know that they actually worked with the fact that you draw them at the beginning of a player's turn, and then the effect kicks in when you read the text on the top. And this one will, well, not the effect, the conditions are met. So in this condition is, if there is at least one helpless survivor at the colony, then this card actually takes effect. Well, this card triggers, I should say. And in this factor, normally there's always going to be a helpless survivor. If there's a helpless survivor, this card takes effect for that turn, and then this happens to the person whose turn it is right now. And the next thing happens where you read the little story that happens here, and it says, "I'm not helpless. I'll stay close. I promise." So he's joining us. That's basically what it sounds like. So the next thing that we're going to see is we're going to read the next option. It's going to say an only option. Normally you have two options you choose from, or sometimes there's a third one, but in this one you have to do what the card says. And in this one it says, remove one helpless survivor from the game, attach this card to a survivor you control, it gains the following ability. So I'm going to pause right there. I'm going to say, wow, nice. It removes a helpless survivor. That's a thumbs up for me, because everybody knows helpless survivors are pretty much useless. All they do is just take up food, and you have to feed them, and they're not doing nothing. I wish Plathead Games would make a little mini expansion where helpless survivors, kind of like how the Long Night has the little hammers where you improve the settlement. I wish they had something like that where, depending on how many helpless survivors you have, you get to draw out of the helpless survivor deck, and it adds a contribution to the colony. Maybe it'll discard one card out of oh my goodness, what's it called? Out of the waste pile. Maybe one of the helpless survivors found food and added it to her supply, something like that. But sadly, helpless survivors are just like a waste of time. They're just there eating our food, and you're like, do something. No, they don't do something. So let's continue reading. So for this effect to take for the effect to take action, you can't be in a colony, because it says here non-colony. So you have to be in a location. So we'll say we're at the police station. For this to take effect, it will take effect. At the beginning of your turn, roll a die. On a result of 5 or higher, draw a card from any item deck. Wow, what a pretty good ability. I mean, you have to get a 5 or a 6, but it's a pretty good ability because it's from any deck. So I said we were at the police station. I roll a 5 with my ninja, I'm going to say. And now I can grab any card without moving from any item deck. So I can grab a card from the hospital, and I'm still at the police station. It's now mine. So awesome. And on top of that, my ninja has another ability where I can roll a die and kill a zombie without rolling for explosion. So another bing. So that actually makes things pretty much more interesting for this. For the character that you're controlling with Lucky Luke Smith, because he's staying close, and he's promising, and he's grabbing items from another location, and he brings it in. He's like, look, I stayed close. I magically teleported over there. So that's awesome. That's a cool kid, man. But is this promo worth it? I mean, is it going to change the game? No. I mean, if you look at how many cards are in the base game has 80 promo cards. You add this, now it's 81 cards you're going to have. Is it going to appear? The chances are very, very low. But it can appear, and removing a helpless survivor token is a thumbs up for me. And I mean, I will recommend it for that aspect. If you look at Warring Colonies and you add the 50 Crossroad cards from there to like this base game and to the other one, the Long Night. I'm not sure how many are in the Long Night, but it's like 80 plus 50. That's 130 cards. Plus this is 131. The chances now are very, very, very slim now for this to appear. But if it does, I mean, it has a really cool effect. I mean, that effect 5 or higher. If you get it, ding. But it's not going to change the game like dramatically. It's not going to do anything. It's just a little story or a little effect that can actually kick in and help you out with their game. So that's actually a bonus for me. How was this card available? This card was actually available through the Season 4 fundraiser of Watch It Play. And from there, they basically added on for each season afterwards, and you were able to purchase it from each next fundraiser. I actually got it from the 7th fundraiser. So I was happy when I got it, ding, but I got it with the combo. And that's another thing, that there's a combo with this, and it's basically Luke and 2 other promos that come in a bundle with it. So that's another bonus for it, for anybody who wants more promo cards. And another little thing I like about Plathead Games, mostly for the Dead of Winter, is that right there, if you guys see, there's a little meeple there. That's actually the logo of Watch It Play. And a cool thing about it is pretty much all the promos for Dead of Winter, they all have a little logo right in the bottom, and you can tell who is a promo, who belongs to the set, who doesn't. Like if I were to grab any of the Warring Colonies, there's probably a bullet or a trigger mark on it, and that's how you know if it belongs to Warring Colonies. The regular base one doesn't have it. The Long Night has a moon. The other promos also have little symbols that actually indicate whether or not they are part of the base set or not. So, is this promo worth it? I would say, yeah. Getting rid of Helpless Survivor, yeah. Can I still get it? You will not be able to get it from Ronnie Smith, but Ronnie Smith will direct you to a website that you can actually get them. Now, I don't know if these promos are going to go to the Board Game Geek store eventually, because Ronnie Smith is now with Board Game Geek. So I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe they're just I hope Ronnie just keeps it in Pod Pledge right now, because that's where they are. And if you wish to purchase this item, it's only going to cost $15. It's a little pricey for a card, but if you think about it, I mean, a lot of people are buying Magic and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards for actually much higher price. I mean, when Ice Barrier Barani came out, oh boy, that was like a $50 card. Well, turned 50, and then the European 15, 20. I mean, compared to this, this is not as expensive as certain cards are in Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, look at the original Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. Those are pricey. But yeah, if you guys want to get it and support Ronnie Smith, get it from Pod Pledge. It's going to cost you $15. Yes, you can get it from the Geek Market or the eBay. But you're basically paying someone like us who plays these games, and they just want to sell it, and they're just going to make a profit out of it. And Ronnie Smith actually I would recommend promoting it more to Ronnie Smith, because of the simple fact that he actually gets these funds and he can make more videos of how to play more games, and then add more stuff to his channel. So it might be 15, but that goes to him, and that's a good way to support him, and that's actually good. So I recommend going to Pod Pledge and getting it there and purchasing it. Yes, you can also get it at the Pod Pledge with the 3 other promotional items that for Dead of Winter. And that one's a little bit more pricier, but it's $45. I mean, that's actually pretty cheap comparing paying 15 for this one, and then the other one's probably going to be 15, the other one's going to be another 15, so, or a little more, because that's actually a character. But regardless, the simple fact is, if you're paying $45 and you get them, okay, awesome. But I don't know how long until it goes out of stock, because they have less than 50 for the 3-pack. If you want it individually, they actually have a little more than the combo, because individually is just 15, and they have a little bit. They have more than 50, I should say, not a little bit, more than 50. So if you want to get in that way, go right ahead. But it's a pretty cool promo. I like it. A lot of these Crossroad cards don't have a picture on it. Besides 2 of them, it's this one, and there is going to be another one, but I'll show you guys later on. But There's a Canadian truck in the back. He found some food, I'm assuming, or a flare. Regardless, he found something, and he's going to be helping us from now on. Before I forget, these do actually fit in a standard card sleeves. So here it is. This is the standard sleeve for Magic Pokemon, so it does fit in there, and it fits in pretty smoothly. So if you guys like to sleeve your cards, you can sleeve this perfectly. So with that being said, I got a special thanks for you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.